Good evening and welcome to Plus Sports on Plus TV Africa. It's a fantastic Tuesday to talk sports, and of course, we will be taking you around the world, crisscrossing, of course, taking you where all the excitement lives. We are going to be doing something special today. I did plan to do this yesterday, but I've been doing it today, still isn't a problem. We're going to be reviewing the major leagues around the world like we did last week. For the Nigeria Premier Football League that ended last week. That's regular season. Now we've had at least 4 of the top 5 leagues in Europe already seeing their final round of games. The Premier League, of course, which I know a lot of you guys follow every week, has rounded up already. We know the champions, we know the teams who are going down. Unfortunately, some Nigerian casualties in that one with regards to relegation. But there's still a lot of in-betweens. And I do have a guest who's going to be joining me on the show to touch light on that today. I will also be touching on what's happening at Roland Garros in Paris, where the best of the best, although some will say maybe because the king of clay is not on the clay court in Roland Garros, maybe it's not the best of the best. But Novak Djokovic got on court yesterday and, of course, got his first victory in round 1 of the ongoing Grand Slam. It's the second Grand Slam of the year. After what we saw in Australia, of course, we still have to go to Wimbledon and, of course, Flushing Meadows in New York. The likes of Carlos Alcaraz, world number 1, also getting good victories. Already yesterday, I did mention that the likes of Tsitsipas. I mentioned Petra Kvitova in the women's section, but she has now crashed out after losing in the late last night, I beg your pardon, Petra Kvitova. But all of the other big hitters look like they are still going on strong. We already saw a very interesting game between 2 really good players in Fabio Fognini and Ogo Aliasime. Of course, that and many more on Plus Sports this evening. My name is Wale Agbede, and I'm going to be your host for the next 50 minutes or thereabouts. Of course, as I always do. And as it warrants, we did see Game 7 in what has been a blockbuster series in the Eastern Conference Finals in the NBA between the Miami Heat and the Golden State Warriors. Martin, of course, coming up strong. Although Jimmy Butler has been, named MVP for the conference finals, but the Heat absolutely, I think they do deserve it after having gone 3-0 up in the series. The Boston Celtics coming back strong, but Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, they just didn't have enough left in the tank. And they lost in Game 7. Miami winning the series by 4-3. So it's the Nuggets against the Heat in the final of the NBA this season. But as we always do, we'll start off on the home front. And we'll start with rugby. The Nigerian Rugby Football Federation, that's the NRFF, is set to camp the senior men's national team. They're known as the Black Stallions of Nigeria. They will be camping in England ahead of next month's Paris 2024 Olympic Games qualifiers in Mauritius. Nigeria is pitted against Ghana, Burundi, and DR Congo, with the Black Stallions targeting the top 3 finish to earn a move to the next phase of the series, which is the Africa Cup Sevens slated for Zimbabwe. Nigeria will open their campaign against Ghana before meeting Burundi and DR Congo in their last Group A match of the qualifiers. Nigeria began the preparation for the qualifiers in early May with the convergence of players based in the United Kingdom under coach Temitope Okenla, while newly appointed Black Stallions coach Steve Lewis has been supervising other players based in Europe, the United States of America, and of course right here back home in Nigeria. The bulk of the players, that's the rugby football players who would be expected to go into the closed camp before traveling to Mauritius for the first phase of the qualifiers, which holds from the 24th of June to the 25th, and of course involves 12 countries in competition for just 4 slots in the Africa Cup Sevens tourney, which of course will be going down in Zimbabwe. That's later on in the year in September. The participating countries are Mauritius, Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Botswana, Cameroon, Algeria, and of course Nigeria. There's Burundi also, Congo, Lesotho, Senegal, and Egypt. And now, according to Aziz Ladipo, who's the NRFF general manager, the foreign-based players selected for the qualifiers will be joined by their home-based counterparts in the United Kingdom to begin preparations for the qualifiers. For those who don't know, Aziz Ladipo, I do know him personally. Ladipo, of course, used to also play rugby football for Nigeria, did represent Nigeria, and now, of course, holding administrative post to ensure the continuous growth of the sports in the country.